Today I was talking with someone about energy expenditure, which I started thinking about that while I was sitting here because I've got this thing in front of me, 3 introvert notebooks. This is actually just the band that was on the notebooks, that's one of them. But they have just things they say, don't look at me, private thoughts, and people to avoid, which is kind of funny, sort of. Unless somebody has a list in there, which would be sad. But I was talking about energy expenditure today and thinking just now about introversion and how that relates, because introverts get their energy from being alone and extroverts get their energy from being with other people, and most people are somewhere on the spectrum there. The tests I've taken show that I am an extreme introvert. It made me think about a friend of mine who married one of my awesome chick friends, and he once said to me that he knew he could marry my friend because he felt like he could be alone when he was with her. And to me, that's just one of the most romantic things I've ever heard, because I think maybe one of the variety of reasons that long-term relationships haven't happened for me is that I haven't been with anybody I felt I could be alone with, or felt I could recharge my energy with. And I'm not sure that I'm looking for that because, again, or maybe I should just say this first time, all of my really close friends, the ones I share my thoughts with, live out of state from me. And I mean, not counting my mom's. But even them, I share those thoughts with them when I'm with them, but I don't tend to, when I'm thinking about important things, I don't tend to seek them out. I think I tend to seek out my friends, my peers, my colleagues, to share those things with. And I think I would need someone I could feel alone with in order to have a lasting long-term relationship. Somebody who I was absolutely myself with. I owned the things that I liked to do, and I could just happily do them without thinking about what the other person is doing. I have, hospitality issues, when people are over, I'm thinking about what they might need. Of course, people don't come over to parties or anything. I don't have parties. But when I'm with people, I think about what they might need, how to make them happy, even if I'm not the hostess. So I think I would do that I know that I do that in a romantic relationship too. I think about the other person's needs. I would need to be if I was in a relationship where I could last, I would need to not be thinking about that other person's needs all the time. I mean, obviously you have to some extent, and you want to make the relationship work. One of the things I would also hope in a relationship is that I help make that person a better version of themselves, and likewise they make me a better version of myself. I have been in relationships where one or the other is true, or neither of them is true, and that's a recipe for disaster, I have discovered and observed in many other couples. So I would need to see that happening, but I would also need to feel like I could be the most me that there is. And that me tends to come out when I'm alone. And I would also hope that they could feel as alone as they want to be while not ever feeling lonely. Or if they're having deep philosophical thoughts while sitting in front of their introvert notebooks, they couldn't talk to me about them, but they had to make a YouTube video. I don't know. I have to make a YouTube video or I'll pester people constantly. That's how I roll. And that's enough rolling for tonight.